Quickly back through the Wisconsin game, players of the game. Offensively, we had no one. We're as poor as we played, not this year, but maybe in several years. So didn't handle the elements, didn't handle the road, didn't handle their defenses very good, and played very, very well. But we were off, didn't run it, and didn't connect in the passing game. Defensively, we got worked and gave up some big plays, but thought we had some guys that merited being recognized. Clyde Newton, second game, he started as a true freshman, had 14 tackles. And then Ralph Green up front was the most productive he's been as a redshirt freshman. Those guys did pretty well. Matter of fact, the week before, probably Darius Latham probably played well. He didn't get a championship grade just for a couple mental errors. As a young guy, still busting, but getting some good play out of the young guys there. So Clyde, 14 hits in the second start, 11, 2 weeks in a row, leading tackler in his first two starts. So some things to build on with him. We got to keep building a lot of other guys around him. Special teams, our kick units have been pretty good. Eric Toth was recognized for special team player of the game. We had 2 punts inside the 20, 2 inside the 10. Handled the win pretty well. Thought he did a nice job. And Kenny Mullen on a couple of our teams really stuck out with coverage and effort. So that was our special team players. The young guys, Michael Cooper, the transfer from Arizona, and LeRae Smith on offense. Defensive scouts were Nate Hoff, Garrett Liebertowski, and Tyler Brady. So that was our deal there. Again, tough game, didn't play well. Kicking was okay. But again, offense, way out of whack. Didn't handle the elements, the weather, the defense. They played very, very well, didn't run it. In the games that we've been on the wrong end of the ledger, our running game has been missing. And on the games that we've played very, very well, we've had some run game. And then the opposite, in our 4 victories, we've played some solid run defense. And the 6 games we've lost, our run defense has not shown up at all. So tough challenge this week with Ohio State, who's very, very good in spread with skill, good line. Basically a 2-back system. Not that Braxton Miller is a quarterback, but he's a tremendous runner and can beat you with his arm with some great guys. So a great challenge for our defense. And then defensively, again, a couple teams have given up some points, but just like us last year, we scored some points, but we scored them late, and it's kind of catching up, and it kind of skews the score because they're up, 24 points going into the fourth quarter. So, same thing last week. Illinois gets a couple points late and whatnot. So they're playing good. Great challenge, and again, we're coming off one of our poorest performances to date. Another announcement I'll make too, just for what it's worth. I think they came in with 2, 4, 6, 8 semifinalists for the Mackey Award, and Ted Bolger's been recognized as one of the 8 semifinalists for the Mackey Award. There's a good honor for Ted. He's doing well for us.
Kevin, how long do you think it's going to take to build a defense that you can win consistently with?
The other day we're playing up there with, there's some times we had 5 true freshmen in the front 7. We actually, and you say that too, not just true freshmen, we had Marcus Oliver playing, instead of Mike, playing Sam backer. We lost Steven Funderburk on Thursday in practice, just running and playing it, and blew out a disc in his back. So he's a surgery disc. So we keep getting some little nicks, but what it is an opportunity, and for, again, some of the young guys. So Flo Harden got hurt, Clyde Newton stepped up. So I think the more those young guys, and that's a great question you're asking there now, Bob, the young guys, they're getting thrown in the deep water. And I think our offense did that a couple years ago and was very anemic. And with that, took some growing pains. But with that, their all-season development took off. So you'd like to think with Latham and Kenny, and they're playing those guys a lot more. And Big Ralph is a redshirt freshman. Nick Mangieri, Zach Shaw are second-year players as well. The 3 linebackers we're playing are freshmen. We just got to get the back end short up. The loss of Antonio Allen, I think, hurts his development more than just our team, because he's a young guy, and I'm seeing some nice things out of Chase Dutra and Chris Smith. So I like a lot of our young guys. But we're going to look real hard in the offseason just with what we're doing from just our offseason lifting and running. And what can we do to, and everyone always says you can develop offense quicker than defense. And I'm an offensive coach, and I guess, but I thought there's a couple positions on offense that are kind of hard to play. You're playing a true freshman quarterback. A couple of you were playing a left tackle. Those are hard positions to play. And we played some true freshmen out there. So some of it's talent, but I think some of it's outside of our recruiting. What are we doing to develop? Because even though we want the recruiting to continue to pick up, and I think it has, we're always going to have to develop our players. So I'm going to look real hard at just what we're doing in our lifting, running, change of direction. What are we doing in just our culture and our attitude of our building to play better defense. And then we'll look at personnel and schemes and coaching and all those kind of deals. But to me, where we're at, and to me, it's my problem. It's my fault because I am the head coach. And so we're sitting here playing these numbers year 3. I think it comes, I mean, I'm an offensive-oriented guy, and I got 5 coaches on defense, and we trust them to do their job. And I'm part of the offensive staff, which a lot of guys are like that way. But when you're the head coach, you're in charge of everything, and we've got to make some strides. So I'm looking very hard, and I'm not talking practice organization. Just what are we doing from an attitude, cultural standpoint? Because with a bunch of young guys that we have, I think we're only playing 1 senior. It should get better, and it needs to get better, and it's my job to make sure it's got to get better. Again, they're playing with a quarterback. You know, we have two different ones we're playing. Their guy always has a running threat where, you know, Nate's not as big a run threat for us as Trey. And I think Braxton is a tremendous runner for a quarterback. Now, a lot of guys, you think a guy can't throw. I mean, his passing percentage, I think, is about 68%, which is a better passing percentage than us. I think they're going to run the ball a little bit more option-oriented than we are because of the running threat at quarterback. But I think they've really evolved their passing game and taking shots down the field and some percentage plays to some really good players. So it's a very good offensive line. So to be a spread attack like I think most teams are, even though it's spread and it's no huddle, there's a physical presence, and I think that's the sign of most really good teams. And when we've had that on our team, we've been a good offense and we played better defense. When we haven't had our physical presence and played the run or ran the ball well, we struggle. And so the way they do it, they always got a good run threat, and then they're throwing out in space to some fast guys, and the guy that can deliver the mail pretty good. So it's a very good offense.